You can go ahead and just start the comments now that I'm a small-minded person that don't have Jesus, and you are probably right. I'm a small-minded person in the fact that I don't believe what I can see or feel with my hands, and I am a delusional person in the fact that I believe what I see in my mind because I know that that's real. I know that what I can see and touch with my hands is an illusion. I know that this place isn't to be taken seriously. I know that your words are not meant to hurt me, only if I let them will they affect me. The same thing goes for you. The message today is simple. God is not broke. God is rich. You cannot be like God if you are broke, and nor can you be like God if you are poor-minded. Now, whenever I say this, I don't mean that you have to have $1 million to be like God. That is an illusion, and that is not the message. See, in fact, people that are godly are well aware ahead of time, guys, that they're going to be rich soon. They anticipate it, they know it, they can see it coming, they anticipate it, they are thankful that it's coming before it arrives because they know it's coming like tomorrow morning. They don't just wake up one day and just a blessing comes and thank God and they're rich. No, they are well rich before they have $1 million in their pocket because they got $1 million in their heart. They know it's coming because they are it. They don't need $1 million to be rich. They are the $1 million, then the $1 million will come. Period. And you cannot be like God if you are a broke-minded, broke person. See, you'll notice that people will drive past a homeless person on the street that they see to be separate for them because they're trapped in delusion by believing what they can see. How foolish can they be? That homeless person is no different than you. In fact, they are you, and you are them. And we are the world. We are the air that we breathe. We are the sun in the sky and the stars in the universe. We are everything that we are surrounded by, because this is an illusion and everything is a frequency being decoded by your body, being turned into a picture that you can see and interact with. If you believe only in what you can see, you've been fooled. Then you will be trapped in pain of the human body. If you are somebody who has the capability to transcend this fake illusion that is beautiful as well as it is painful, if you can transcend the fact that the truth is beyond your eyesight, if you walk with your mind, you will be given something that other people just cannot seem to grasp. In fact, they'll call you delusional, they'll call you spiritually wicked, they'll say you're going to hell. That's because you're preaching a message that they just cannot seem to grasp. It doesn't have evidence in their reality, it has evidence inside them before it becomes real. That's because real is subjective. This place is a joke. So laugh at your struggles because they are lower than you, okay? What's real is the frequency of the things that you wish to attain. See, having $1 million is not having 1 million pieces of paper. That's an illusion. Having $1 million is knowing in your heart that something is coming for you, an opportunity, a change in your life, and you know it. You're convicted to it. You anticipate it. You're thankful for it. You don't have $1 million in your pocket because you are $1 million. Once you have the feeling of being that type of person, that energy, that frequency, that is realer than $1 million. See, $1 million is our interpretation of value, but it is not truly value. The value is the person and the beholder. See, a real millionaire, they can lose everything and gain it back. That's because $1 million didn't make them nothing. They were the $1 million before it came, and you see all the time somebody wins the lottery. What happens to them? They win the lottery, and they spend every penny, and they end up destitute. That is because they are not rich in their heart. They thought that gaining $1 million would give them the world. It would change all their inconfidence. It would change all their courage, that it would change them. The truth of the matter is, the $1 million came to them and they weren't ready for it, so it left them. What I'm telling you is, you can be a rich person before you see evidence of it. That is through your heart. That is through the power of knowing that we are living in an illusion and what is real is in your mind. If you can feel rich, it will come to you. If you have confidence that it's coming, you will find it. It will not be late. You understand? Time is an illusion. So for you to feel like a millionaire, you don't need to wait till things happen to get it. It happens now. You feel like a millionaire not next Tuesday. You feel like a millionaire today. Then the million will find you. In fact, it will break down doors and travel the universe to find you. Because you are the energetic match of what it needs to express itself here on this plane of existence. Let me tell you this too. Along with not believing anything that you can see, because if you did, you'd be delusional and you'd be limited, don't go down the street and see a homeless man and start telling yourself, I'm not giving him no money because he could get a job. Oh, what's wrong with him? He's not crippled. He's got hands and feet just like me. Well, I have to work every day with a job I hate, and I have to pay taxes, and I have a wife that I don't like, and I have I don't like nothing, in fact. And you know what? I'm not giving him 1 single cent because you know what? He can get off his butt and he can go and get a job. Well, you know what? You are thinking like a finite human being, and you will be rewarded with the same output that you are giving to the universe. You don't realize that that homeless person is you. You don't realize that the grass is you. You don't realize that the stars in the sky and the moon is you. You just don't realize that. You're trapped in delusion and you want everybody to suffer the same suffering that you do. I understand that. That's a limited person, and that's real. That does exist out here in our reality. But there are people out there that are beyond that. There are people out here that are just meant for more than what they can see. It's going to come to you. Do you understand? Whenever you see a homeless person in the street, don't think, well, they need to go get a job. I'm not giving them $1. I only have $50 until next payday because I'm not abundant. I need money. I need my employer to give me money. Listen, you don't get money from an employer or a boss or a paycheck. Everybody that's giving you money is a human being. They are connected to the infinite God. So really, depending on your self-concept and the way that you feel inside, God is giving you money. You are God. God is you. You also can be the devil if you only identify with what you can see. That's a limited form of perspective in this reality. You could be trapped in hell, but have God within you in abundance, and it will find you. You could have $1 million, and it will all lose you because you are the devil. But don't tell yourself whenever you see a homeless man, well, he needs to go get a job. You need to tell yourself, I don't care what he spends his money on, drugs, whatever he wants to go get booze. I don't care. I'm abundant. Money flows from me. I don't spend no money. I create money. I get to make people happy. I bless them. I embody the consciousness of God. I'm not worried about what he spends that money on. That isn't up to me. That is up to them. But I'm abundant. People around me, they rise. They don't sit in poverty. The people that come around me are perfected in my eyes. I don't see any problems in my reality. Whenever I see a problem in my reality, I change my focus of it, my perspective of it, and I see it differently in my mind. My mind and my world is perfect. In fact, you can tell me all that you want to tell me about. My tattoos are all fucked up. I got spiritual lack. I don't have Jesus. Let me tell you something. Whenever I was born, I was meant for more, just like you. And I knew it whenever I was in 3rd grade class, and I asked myself, where is God at if I'm here? And I said, how can I listen to all these teachers for 15 or 18 years whenever I can't trust them, and maybe they got a lie told to them and they believe it and they're going to tell me, where is the truth? I want the truth. And I said, in fact, the truth and the knowledge that I need is going to find me. I'm not going to go study for 1,000 years and go be a Tibetan monk, then travel to Indonesia, then travel to Southeast Asia and walk up the mountains with the monks. I don't need to do all that shit. The knowledge that I need will find me. That magnetic pull and that conviction pulled in intuition to me, that I knew that the atoms of my hand was God. I knew that we were all surrounded by God. I knew that there was no such thing as good or bad. I knew that when you start labeling stuff like that, you will turn your mind off from being able to learn from experiences whenever you call them bad. Your mind doesn't want to learn from bad stuff. Everything is an opportunity for you to grow. Every problem is a solution. Focus on its opposite. It's all polarity. Everything is a frequency. You are energy. You understand? See, whenever you see the problems in front of you as an illusion, and you know that the solution exists right beside it at the same time, you will connect yourself with the frequency that is aligned with the solution, and you will be guided by the intuition of the version of you that's already passed that problem and looked at it like an insect. Because you are the king over Pharaoh. There is no problem, there is no mountain, there is no struggle too big for you. In fact, you're meant to struggle because you're meant to wake up one day to realize that it's all an illusion. You are the conqueror over negativity. You are beyond illusion like God. You don't see people as separate from you. You see everything as one. Everything is one. So I want you guys to not be spiritually broke. I don't want you guys to confuse my teachings with having to have $1 million before you can be rich. You don't need to have $1 million before abundance flows through you. You are abundance. I want you guys to know that you are loved through your struggles. I want you guys to also know that your struggles are meant for you. You're meant to suffer. It's going to give contrast to the beauty that will unfold from you whenever you understand these ancient teachings and this spiritual wisdom. You don't need a book. You don't need a teacher. You don't need a mentor. You need you. You need to love yourself. You need to trust yourself. You need to be convicted to the truth. That what you see, your struggles in front of you, the life that you live is all your perspective. And if you change who you are, the world will change around you. And even in your darkest days, it's all an illusion. And take pleasure in the fact that the pain you're experiencing right now, it's all meant to give you contrast to the beautiful, lovely life that is on its way to you. Because you are it, and it is you. I love you guys. See you soon.